All right, we live. We
Oh
live
my!
on Twitch here. My blue Power Ranger suit on. I am ready.
I have to like watch this ad first. All I see is this tiny little corner. I have no clue who you are. I look like some 13th century Bulgarian coif or something. Some 13th century Bulgarian. We're in the crypt coif.
Yeah, I'm wearing my blue Power Ranger bathrobe. This is gonna be a banger game, so I gotta wear my fancy outfit.
Yeah, I need to pull out the big boys. Where are my McQueen Crocs at? They're somewhere.
All right, well, I got the draft up. I think we are. Stream looks okay. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Let me know how the audio is. Also, I don't know if Cam is available, but I need him to do a authenticator for me.
Looks like we are still waiting on both sides to give us the ready check. No one will jump right into this draft. And thanks again for everybody tuning into the stream. March 11th, we got the upper bracket match 3 of Freljord versus Noxus. Noxus been riding that wave recently, getting a couple dubs. And these dubs looks like they've changed up the formula to winning a little bit, you know. Got Guillaume flexing the Nautilus pick, allowing Sarcastic Elo to whip out the Senna and just change of pace, change the gameplay, and it's working out for him. So it's be a fun one. And
Yeah,
looks like we
Evan
started
has
with
been killing it in the top lane. He is deathly sick.
And it looks like Freljord is aware of that. They do go ahead and ban the Darius. They must have tuned into that last game.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, he is sick today, so maybe it won't be as scary, but he seems to get better when he's sick, weirdly enough.
Man, 3 target bans already coming out for the side of Freljord, really trying to shut down that top laner, neutralize anything happen up there.
I'm trying to figure out how to change the title of this stream. Shoot. I don't know how to do it.
So we got some Noxus fans in the chat already.
Love to see it. Figured it out. Maybe. Yep, there we go. All right, so Hextech playoffs. Is it still week 1 or is this week 2? This week 2.
Looks like we are on week 2. Yes.
Noxus versus Freljord. All right, done and done. Oh, the draft has started and has been going on, and I have not been paying attention at all.
Just a little quick recap. Looks like we have Freljord with the 3 top bans. Noxus entering with 2 bot lanes for the bot lane. Smolder can also flex to that mid or top if need be, and then also a way ban. Another strong control mage, and pick so far. Senna's first picked, really strong pick in the meta right now. And then responded with Maokai Jace. Some of that guaranteed lockdown with the W from Maokai. Hard to deal with, but looks like they have the answer with Tom Kench.
Yeah, I think this is a really smart Smolder and Hui ban. Those champions just seem unbeatable later into the game.
And
And
you don't even need that many stacks with Smolder to get to a point where you're able to farm relatively safety. So glad to see that banned. I think it's still a problem. But time's ticking down for the third pick of Freljord. A little indecisive. Goes with a Nocturne last pick. Some engage. So I think top lane might be in a volatile state. Nocturne can time that spell shield for when Jace wants to EM away. It could spell the end for him.
yeah,
And,
I'm assuming that it's going to be a Jace mid because Evan
that is true.
does not play Jace. Definitely not
And,
going to be a Jace.
and Benton's usually the one playing the Jace. And it looks
ATK's
like
Ivern, I really like that.
wow.
His Ivern is scary. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Volibear because he's been doing really well on that and it's so strong right now.
Well, the thing with Ivern is that if they're able to path efficiently, traverse their way to level 6 and get to one of these neutral fights, Daisy can just put in a ton of work. And looks like we have
Daisy is a menace.
Second phase of bans going underway. Zera taking off the board. Another control mage. They might be trying to target some AP in the mid lane. So we have a AD jungle and bot lane already from Freljord.
I'm a little worried about Senna on Freljord. Senna is extremely overpowered, and it's one of Zach's best champs, I believe. So that's going to be something really difficult for them to deal with, and it's going to be hard to take out the Senna with Tom Kench in her pocket, just ulting her away from any danger.
Exactly. There's so many tools for the Tom Kench. Even if they do CC him, while they kill the Senna, he always has different means to go about it. He could be cheeky and run Unsealed Spellbook and have Cleanse up his sleeve. Or he could, rush some Mikhails and just really make things difficult. But it looks like we have another mid lane ban. Nico's off the table. No more shenanigans in this game. Any, what's it called? She Mimic. Is that it? Is that the word? I forget. But yeah.
The Nico Mimic.
Yeah.
That champion, you just don't even think about it, and then all of a sudden you just get ganked by a ward or something.
My brain stops working when I see the blue buff for a half second, but that's all she needs,
Right, you just kind of think that belongs there, and you don't really process it.
Right, spaghetti clay. Surely a blue buff would leash that far, right? I mean, we've seen crazier things.
I've seen a video about that. They're just completely wrecking it, and then all of a sudden, they just ignored the blue buff walking right into it.
Some crazy things.
Pick with the Maokai, that's gonna be a really scary combo there.
Now, something to note is that Nocturne in MF is just. I couldn't imagine a better AD to see if you're the Nocturne player right now. So be interesting to see how they set up for that bot dive, or if they go for it at all.
And Maokai should have enough tools to keep this MF alive, I'm assuming. But when the lights go out and she's not next to those two champions, she's as good as dead for sure. Poppy getting picked up as the solo blind top laner for Freljord. They are giving Evan the counter pick here, I think is smart.
Now the thing I'm watching out for. That is true. Now, with Poppy being shown, she's known to have kind of a weaker early game, especially in the laning phase. Not a ton of tools to trade into some of the popular picks in the top lane. So I wonder if we might see an Aatrox or something that can have some strong carry potential in the top lane. I know Wukong got buffed. Maybe he's been practicing as Wukong.
He doesn't play those champs particularly. I'm assuming maybe a Trundle or an Olaf. Interesting.
Olaf very strong, especially it's generally known that Olaf maxes Q, but for laning phase, maxing E has a ton of value. And especially with Poppy, you want to buy armor when she gets low. She gets more value and with the resistances, so I could shred. And That's what I want to watch out for. See how that top lane plays out.
All right, we are. I believe. Wait, where am I? All right, there it is. No. Why isn't it showing up? Do I have to like redo my client? There it is.
And with that, we've concluded the draft. Now we just have to wait a little bit from the picket, and then time down for the spectators delay.
I'm going to attempt to do a poll here. Prediction. Start prediction.
Hey, you're lost. But I get it.
Freljord win.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Noxus.
Arts can shed light on our fears.
You guys are gonna have.
It's your funeral.
Starting now.
What did I do?
Who win? Man, I'm so new to this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I think the prediction is in. Yes, it is.
And looking at the comps where they stand right now.
What are you thinking?
I'm really liking Noxus's neutral control. And also you gotta consider that Nocturne's ultimate is quite the long cooldown, especially until you start getting some items and getting some points into it. So if they're able to play around his cooldown, because I believe Ivern's is a bit lower, maybe look for different angles on waves crashing and whatnot around his R, then they can definitely get the upper hand. And even if he does have R, in some of these dragon fights, I think Daisy is just such a nuisance to deal with. Not a ton of DPS as far as just chunking the Daisy down, so that's what I'm going to be keeping my eye on in these fights.
I kind of like both comps. I do think they both have pretty.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
It's all going to come down to execution.
Another thing to note is that I feel like Ziggs is he's a lot harder to play than some of the other popular AP carries we see around here. You know, you see the bomb, oh, you know, the recent buff, 30 more range on the Q, bounces long range. Oh, you know, hit a decent bit of those in fights, but it's a hard ability to hit, man. I swear. Like,
What's
if
that,
he's able to
find,
if he's able to find his mark,
and
be a sniper, then he can really pop off.
Yes, the Ziggs bombs can be really troll when you throw it at them and they bounce right over their body. But they did buff it, not like last season. They buffed it to where the hit radius is a lot bigger. It does feel way better and easier to land now. And CGL's CGL's Ziggs is really scary. So let's see how this Jace can hold up.
He also got buffed. He got some base armor, I believe. So comes in handy a ton into that Misfortune, especially after they got rid of the armor runes. You know, a lot of ranged carries have a bit tougher time, especially in that bot lane, into lethality users. Just the removal of that armor rune, but circumvented with that.
And we're looking at the Poppy pick as well. I mean, it was blinded, but there's not really many champs besides like a Jace, Hammer Form, Q that it can really block. You know, everything else. That's like the only thing that gets blocked by the Poppy W. So there's not going to be a lot of value there.
Yeah. Another thing to note is that Maokai, whenever he W's onto an enemy, he's untargetable during the travel. So he actually doesn't get stopped by Poppy.
Yeah, it doesn't stop the Maokai W at all, for sure.
But big thing to watch for in this game is CGL is the only AP on his team. So if they're able to get a gank, stop his smooth transition into those mid-game items, I think I might spell the end for him.
And Noxus has been performing pretty well. Freljord hasn't played a game in a while. They got a little bit of a break. Let's see if they're still in top form or if we're going to have an upset here. Noxus taking Freljord out in the first game. This is a best 2 out of 3, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think everything's the best 2 out of 3 besides the finals. There's a lot of comfort picks here for Freljord, though. Zach is really good with the... Wait, I have the RuneScape music playing in the background. My bad, you guys.
Yeah, Cup of Joe, really proficient on that Poppy. He's the
Yeah.
most played this season so far, so
Yeah,
he
this
navigates
Poppy
team
is
fights really
scary.
well. Always fishing for those E angles, making sure he gets the stun on the wall, setting up for his teammates. And
We are waiting
I think it's
minutes, so I'm gonna...
you know, this is the true test for King Nazgul. You know, ban his 3 most comfortable champions. Put him in a pretty neutral matchup or something that can kind of nullify it pretty well in the Poppy. And I think the world's his oyster, honestly. This is his game to lose. If he has Ghost, if he has Flash up, he has R up, he's able to land the Qs and get the autos, get the E's in. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, we'll see how these 2 teams perform. Get some momentum going into game 2. I know if they can tilt Zach early enough, it's definitely winnable.
Gotta love the intangibles, the mental warfare aspect.
Did not have
some
enough
of these guys
time
have
to guess this.
monk mentals, can't be shaken.
Milton Fudge Cow actually trolling with his suggestion there because it says it's a melee champion. It's not Varus. And it says it's a top lane pick, so I'm thinking it must be like secondary jungle. It's a male. It's not Varus. Varus is not melee. Nasus is a good pick, though. Oh, but Nasus is not a jungler. I think it's got to be a jungler. But we'll have to figure that out on the next waiting time because we are in game and I gotta change that.
We're loaded in now.
Yeah. Oh.
Sure, I'm sped up. 19, 20, 21, 22.
I gotta delete this guy. Delete this guy. There's just gonna be no symbols for a second while I fix this. So if you're in the spectate, I'm at 40, 41.
Yep, we're synced. And so far in this game, line of scrimmage, nobody's really trying to fish for an invade or anything. Pretty respectful. And it's like King Nazgul's closer to the wave, so you know. Me as a top laner, whenever I do play it, I always try to look for the cheesy plays, maybe pick the wave. He's in a good position to do that. He might do it. So we have junglers both starting on their bot side, going to be pathing towards top, potentially, and might see some fireworks from that 3-minute mark. On top side.
Twitch chat is completely Yeah, jungle is very safe. 5-point start from both teams. Both junglers starting red. It looks like Nocturne is going to have the... I mean, both junglers are going to be topside for this early game matchup top. Assuming that Olaf is going to want to aggressively trade here.
A little cheeky play from the Maokai here. Saplings the bush. Nicks them on the way to lane. aggressive trading in the mid lane, and Benton jumping in hammer form, rocking the phase rush.
Yeah, Olaf is very strong. Hits the level 2 first, is able to force the flash out of Poppy, actually.
Wow, great timing on the level 2.
Yeah, Evan has the COVID brain right now. You don't want to mess with COVID brain, Evan.
Yeah, MJ Game 6, for those that know.
Man, this is what I'm talking about with the CGL Ziggs. It is merciless. It is so hard to play into. I played an Aurelion Soul game into it, and I never knew how bad of a matchup that was. You can be like max range under your turret healing, and it doesn't matter. You're getting chunked for not your health bar.
I mean, yeah, he just has the aimbot on right now. I don't think he's missed a Q yet. As I say that, he
Caster cursed his Q. It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been like, oh, he never dies. You know, he's such a safe player. But I didn't say that, so he's not gonna die.
Turn down the game volume. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to tell me in Twitch chat how's the audio for the casters and the game chat. I have no way to figure that out, or I don't know how to.
So right now we have both junglers. Path topside. Looks like Way2K gave up the topside scuttle. I hate bananas. Didn't want the smoke, and because of that, it's the inside cut, and looks like Nocturne's gonna get that double scuttle start.
Yeah, Nocturne getting both scuttles and
Ping's on the top. Is the gank gonna happen? This is the Q from the Ivern, and Poppy walks away scot-free.
Yeah, apparently nothing was gonna go on top lane because direct to camera said so. It didn't point anything up there, so no kills going top, but adding a little bit more pressure onto this Poppy. If Olaf can get going, it could be pretty bad. Oh, Nocturne's here! He's got the red buff slow, he misses the Q, good sidestep from Cup of Joe.
And Cup of Joe's feeling it, but his lane's in still a tough spot. If Nazgul, you know, just only last hits, it's still a bad position for Joe.
And Nocturne's way ahead in the jungle now. He's got both Scuttle Crabs and just went straight for the recall and the buy. He's already starting his second sweep of his camps here. He's gonna hit level 6 way before Ivern.
Good trading into mid. Looks like the flash out from CGL, underestimating the range from Benson on his hammer form. But the ghost in top lane, Nazgul trying to get this kill. One more
First blood going over to Evan. Is able to get the kill onto the Poppy there.
Triumph saving him, but we have Stochastic Elo going in with the W.
Yeah,
Way2K's on the flank.
Bot lane going very aggressive onto Noxus' bot lane, but
Way2K flashes in for the shield. He survives the lick, but we have Nocturne coming in the wayside. GM is in a compromised position. Might spell the end for him.
Yeah, the Tom Kench just licks that guy to death, and Nocturne gets the counter gank off and is able to take one out. Ivern in a little bit of danger here. Able to get out, no problem. Nocturne did skip doing the rest of his camps just to show up for that, and it paid off. He got a kill.
Now something to note. The way bot wave was set up after the dust settled, really bad for Zach and Co. Slow pushing towards Noxus, trying to catch this whole wave, and that's +1 wave to side of Noxus. But another engage.
Makai going in. Ivern is still here. He never left. Nocturne never left either. He's out of mana completely. Bananas flashes the Ivern Q.
Flash.
A very good flash from Bananas. He
coming in. That's a TP from CGL. He has R available.
CGL is here. R's misses most, but hits the MF. MF is in huge danger. Tom Kench does kill the Ivern. MF getting the licking of her life, going down also, and just completely one team fight there for Freljord in this crazy long bot lane skirmish.
Man, they were a couple steps ahead during that entire thing. You know, they had the TP advantage in the mid lane. Unfortunately, he sacks a wave and potentially a plate, does he? No, he doesn't lose a plate.
Holy shit! Olaf's damage is insane. Poppy just
Oh
kind of
my
like
God.
gets mind controlled and walks into him and dies. It looked like Poppy had a massive health advantage, but
Man, Joe with no TP.
You don't
he's
play
doing
against
this a
Olaf.
lot
You don't
there.
really know that Olaf doesn't care about health as long as you die first. Holy cow! Evan has been really killing it in the playoffs.
He sure has. Now, you know, it's a win-lose for Freljord. Like, I hate bananas. Doesn't hate the fact that he collects that entirely. So, maybe he can do something with that extra farm.
Yeah, the game is definitely, if you're Freljord, the game is all bot side right now. And
Joe stunning the Ivern. Looks like a decent fight. Olaf doesn't have R yet.
ooh, Nocturne does hit 6 before Ivern. Ivern's only level 4 here. Senna and Ziggs are there also, and Noxus getting a little greedy for these grubs. Pays
Wow,
the
what a
price
roam from
massively.
Zach. Having the foresight to just, instead of backing, walking down bot, you know, potentially sacks up a wave, doesn't care. He's there for the fight. He's there for the grubs. And because of that, they get the kill.
Yeah, I think Zach has been watching some LCS or pro gameplay because that's literally what pros have been doing with Senna. They put her on the support, get full farming on just some unkillable, undiveable tank bot lane, and then they roam the Senna up for the grubs, and it's exactly what he just did, and it paid off hugely.
Yeah, and looking at the junglers right now, we have Nocturne the top side. Ivern pathing towards that side, so not expecting any action within the next minute or two for Dragon. But looking at ults, looking at mana, looking at resources, and Benton's low mana, might need it back soon. Same for CGL too, but ooh,
Benton missing the cannon and taking a lot of damage trying to get it.
talk about an L. But yeah, looking at the inventory on mid lane so far, they haven't backed yet. Not a ton of power coming from that lane yet, but we do have the MF position aggressively Baron, or for the Dragon rather.
Yeah, Wave 2K finally hitting level 6. He's got Daisy now. He'll be way more impactful in these skirmishes. Still behind immensely on Nocturne, almost half the CS of Nocturne at this moment.
Definitely feels unfortunate for CGL. Has to back with no mana without TP. Loses a wave for that. And that might be a timing for Noxus to do something. They do see him Benton on the ward on the rotate, but we do have Ivern trailing. And it might be...
Why does it always look like Cup of Joe's winning these skirmishes and then all of a sudden Evan just kills it?
Evan ulting, he had enough.
Oh, he gets the ult out of...
Oh man, he's
the
getting pushed
Olaf
out of this
there.
lane. Cup of Joe winning the trades.
Somehow,
Flash.
somehow 2 levels down and Cup of Joe's still winning these fights. It's just the Poppy Mastery coming through, but it's still down 35 or more CS on the Olaf. It's definitely a huge lead for the top lane still, even if he was not able to win that skirmish there.
Yeah, really great stuff from Joe, you know. Down half CS, took an unfortunate early game with that death, but
And he's
just
got
plays the
quite
fight
a
slow, gets the advantage, and
incredible wave state top lane right now too, so he's gonna be able to get caught up here.
oh, Ivern with the R. Hit, doesn't hit the Q, just
So
a
close.
millimeter away. And then they walk away. But looking at the state of the game so far, looking at CS, we have Tom Kench with a 11 CS lead on the farming bot laner, the MS Fortune. Jungle is quite unfortunate. Looks like we have a 36 CS gap happening right there. Yep, in Benton with a 9 CS gap at the moment. Still working towards that Myrrh mana, and Nazgul with a sizable CS gap at the moment. So
Yeah, it's
kills are unfortunately not going the way of Noxus, but gold-wise, CS-wise, they're not that far behind.
flash in from the chase, gets counter ulted by the Nocturne. Sent all coming through. Jace was close to having that kill onto Ziggs, but Freljord's team's got his back. Nocturne all coming in immediately along with the Senna all. He just really can't deal with that.
Good of a rotate from Noxus's bot lane. Potentially Senna might be out of position. Looks like I hit Bananas is also out of position. Zach doesn't get the kill. He's just an inch away.
Freljord possibly getting punished for this overextension here, trying to take out Way2K. Way2K does live. Poppy yeets the Olaf out, and I Hate Bananas is living by a sliver of HP.
Wow. There's no way they all walk away. That you hate to see it. They were in such a good position for Noxus to capitalize. You had the bot lane roaming, but because of them getting away, Tom Kench able to crash that bot tower. And that's potentially 2 waves lost for the side of Noxus.
Yeah, Kanori on the Tom Kench, farming Tom Kench. He's got 3 kills, 2 assists. He completed his Sunfire Cape. He got all those the solo plates there.
Oh, TP coming in from CGL. Monster. He's in. Oh, from Kanori rather.
Kanori TPing in. The grubs, they don't want to give these grubs for nothing. Poppy's son going onto the Maokai. Maokai can't do anything to get out of that. There's another W for Freljord, picking up, what is it, 4 out of the 6 grubs here.
Now, something to note is that we had Noxus bot lane sacking the wave to make the play on the neutral, and then Freljord doing the same thing. And Gumi getting that wave crashed, and potentially a second wave as looks like nobody's able to respond to bot lane just yet. Olaf
in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have ult to get out of here. Dodges the Senna W. Good sidestep there. Nocturne ulting in, committing to the sewer dive to get it easily.
And they walk away unscathed.
The giant lead that Olaf did have top, it doesn't seem to matter anymore. He sent 3 members up there and they pick them out easily. And this is where the solo tank bot lane here is just so powerful. There's just no chance of them diving Kanori here. It's never going to happen. He might actually even pick up a kill if he was able to get the stun on the Maokai there.
And looks like we have the top wave crashing, and Olaf going to miss a little bit of CS, but still managing that top CS differential at the moment, up 22 CS. Looks like we have I Hate Bananas with getting kind of close to doubling the CS. Unfortunate to see, but then again, that is the Ivern. He has to wait out the timers for camps to get the golden XP. So
yeah, it's my least favorite thing about Ivern. It feels so bad to play.
Yeah, doing a camp's like a Rothire. You have to wait for it so long. It's just the worst. Looks we have Dragon spawning soon. Herald's already up, and I Hate Bananas pathing top. Well, he's hovering mid, maybe suspecting some gank perhaps.
CTL might be in a little bit of trouble here. Splash is back up, able to get out of the Maokai ult. Ult coming down, hitting 2 members. There's 4 members mid for Noxus, but they're still the ones running away with 2v4 as Senna comes in for assistance.
Overall, looks pretty good for the side of Freljord, you know. You have Noxus committing topside resources with Jace roaming down and not able to get anything. They lose the tower as well. So it looks like they're rotating the dragon, having numbers and also having the angle for that. And Jimmy Guillermo from the pressure of them rotating bot side has to ult that wave immediately to escape off a dive. And looks for his
Nocturne
reset.
ult was up, so they kept those minions alive for a little bit longer. Oh, the Nocturne ult coming down onto the Ivern. Just...
Oh, Nazgul had enough. R-ing flashing in, ghosting in. Doesn't maintain the R.
Oh, the R goes down. He barely didn't get the last auto, but it wouldn't have mattered. He's not able to catch up to Zach.
And it looks like second Drake's going over the side of Freljord. Another great play. You know, Noxus so far is looking a little bit disconnected. You know, not able to regroup after the failed play mid, and because of that, Freljord's able to capitalize.
Yeah, Freljord is playing really well together as a team here. Getting the lead in the bot lane and running away with it here, getting 2 dragons and a sizable gold lead.
Now the thing for me to watch is this Tom Kench is pretty huge. You know, Toad has sufficiently been unloaded in my eyes. He's super tanky. The Warden's Mail I feel like is a crazy component, especially against AD carries, and you know, essentially what you have from Noxus is 3, you know, attack damage, carry champions, and 2 supports. So
yeah, it looks like he's building the Frozen Heart. How does the Frozen Heart interaction work with Olaf ult? I'm assuming he doesn't get his attack speed slowed, right?
That's what I assume as well. We'll have to pay attention and see if it changes.
If that is the case, then the Frozen Heart doesn't really seem to have a lot of value here besides just the armor. Like, there's not many auto-attacking champions per
Jace
se.
has the triple shot, which gets impeded by the attack speed slow. It might have good value, especially if he's able to, like, W into MF's face. She can't really do much about it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, once MF's ult down and you have a Frozen Heart code in your face, you're not really doing anything.
Yeah, can't unload that turn.
Alright, Kinori versus Nazgul top here. He does get the lick. Gets the stun. There's no turret here. Olaf could run this Toad down. Senna is coming to support.
Nazgul had enough, but he has the big shield, and it might be in.
Directed camera says nothing's happening up there, and Ziggs takes out the MF immediately.
Wow.
Makai
Gets him on the
out.
rotate.
Ziggs with the all from downtown. It just takes all
right,
out.
he has to type Kobe after that one. That was long range, but
triple kill
on the Maokai.
Triple kill coming from CGL's Ziggs here. That turret is basically non-existent. It's more. Oh my god! Quadra kill for CGL. Can they get the penta?
Penta kill.
Zach flash W's to get to secure it. He lowers the health down. The Q misses from the Ziggs.
Oh no!
If he can get it, oh, he didn't get the penta.
Oh.
They wanted it so bad.
Close.
They're willing to inch their whole team for it. Huge heal coming onto the Poppy. Does she actually live? No, she
gets
doesn't.
the turnaround kill. Can't walk away from the tongue. And
the 500 Q Noxus play, getting 4 deaths onto Kinori there, just so that Freljord goes full int mode into their turret, trying to get the last kill.
Now, something to keep in note is that even though it looked very disastrous, that was terrible for Noxus. Rather, they still got some shutdowns on the back end. The Ziggs died, gave up his big shutdown. Same for the Tom Kench.
Yeah,
so,
honestly, I would say that was
like
kind of a win for Noxus after the quadra kill.
You know, the 3 kills they got is more like 6 or 7, if you think about it. So maybe that does something.
Yeah, they could have easily played that safe and smart and not inted for the penta, but this is Boo's Bash. You can't really do that.
We're here for the hype moments. We gotta get the clip. And it's another Nocturne ult coming mid. Oh, he spell shields the root from the Maokai. Doesn't matter. Still gets hit by the Ivern Q.
He's able to get out even after going in solo 1v4. It looks like Olaf is getting angry, going full berserk onto the Ziggs. Is able to take him out and get the shutdown.
Kinori might be in danger. He's in there, has the resistance, but not the HP yet, and he gets taken down as well.
That's a double kill going over to Nasus, and he's still going. Is his ult still active? It should just run out there though.
Oh, he CC'd for eternity and dies, gets stunned, gets speared, gets rooted, gets everything.
Yeah, the Ivern Shields weren't enough, but they are very potent here, keeping his team alive forever. Zach goes down to the Jace. Nocturne is here though.
Yeah, Benton finally hit his power spike at the Merman.
Oh, it's so close. The fear barely goes off in time.
Aw.
That's devastating. It was so close for Noxus. Almost such an insanely good fight.
Looked like single-digit HP right there. And over and all in all, Freljord coming on top.
Yeah, I mean with the gold deficit that Noxus has at this moment, that was an insanely good fight by them. And
look at the death timers. Looks like it's favoring Freljord. Gonna get on the map earlier. And Dragon spawning. They have 2 already. Noxus doesn't have any. Looks like that's the next point of interest.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna choose the fight this dragon or hold off a little bit longer for the 4th. I don't really think their team comp scales any better than Freljord's does.
Looks like Zach's making the call. Just go ahead and start in that dragon, getting some damage pumped into and investing.
Yeah, not Ivern's going top. They have no interest in contesting this dragon here.
Now, good to note is that every season up until this season, I Hate Bananas taking that red while your teammate does Drake would be variant, but now it shares. So he actually did a good play there by taking the red. Oh my goodness, Ziggs are chunking everybody.
Holy shit, the Ziggs damage taking half of all of the members of Noxus out.
Wow. Not the Maokai getting slowed for eternity. Takes him down. And do have Nazgul on the flank, but he does not have Ghost. So something to keep in mind. Really impedes his impact in these fights to get on the carries and kill them quick.
Getting insta-killed.
No.
Walks a little too close to the wall. And Poppy takes full advantage of that. She may have gotten beat up in lane, but still infinitely useful in these high-speed wall crash catches like that.
Yeah, Poppy slamming the MF. I've seen that comment before. And I hit bananas going in.
Yeah, Olaf forced the ult just to get out of the
Fighting for his
CC
life.
there. Is he able to get one kill? No, not even able to get the one kill before he goes down. It was close. Freljord kind of just running them all over here.
The root holding him in place for the Zigzar from downtown. Flash from way 2K. And it looks like, oh, wait a minute, we have an R coming in from Jimmy Guillaume. Might get some more kills. Oh my goodness, this fight turned on his head so quick.
Holy cow, MF is picking up shutdown after shutdown, taking out the
I don't know if he messes with the
stayed a little
Kanori
too
now.
long.
He's so much armor. He walks away, he waddles away. They get the farm.
There's absolutely no hope of killing Kanori in any
looking
of these
at
fights.
death timers so far, they might try the Baron. I mean, might have enough time.
Yeah, Freljord getting a little
passing,
too hypey there, and staying a little too long, and a lot of the members going down, but nobody's going towards Baron, so it looks like they're just going to kind of try to get a tower here, pick up some side waves, and oh, there's a TP coming down into the Dragon Pit.
Looks like a complimentary tower taken. Ziggs on the flank, he's on the prowl, looking to fish for some Qs, and MF backing, looking to get that third item.
Noxus is very, very behind, but they're putting up a pretty good fight. Holy shit, that's Ziggs damage from one bomb, one E. How do you survive this?
Trouble. Oh my goodness. The point blank key was enough, and the auto to seal the deal.
You gotta ban CGL Ziggs, that shit is ridiculous.
I guess so, man. Look at that, he's typing in all chat. He's charged, he's got the energy.
That was personal.
He's ready to carry. 12-3, and he is carrying. And that might be game. It looks like they're pressing like it's game. I don't know if they have the wave for it though, but they're here for the damage. They're here for the kills. And they do back away, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a good point in chat. Twitch had the Maokai actually went the mage damage support item, which I kind of like that. Maybe more I would like it if they were ahead, but I kind of maybe they need more damage. But
yeah, the way I see it is that if you're ahead, generally the team that has temp on the map is ahead. So if you have temp on the map, you're able to get to those forward positions on the bushes, get those saplings down, zone really well. But on the back foot, it's harder to implement that strategy.
I mean,
but they did start the Baron, and it is about half health.
Yeah, those Maokai bush saplings are gonna hurt a lot more with that sapling.
We also have Kabajo with his
Baron. Ooh, wait, CK does get the Q onto the Baron, tries to steal it, but it is secured by Nocturne. MF ult is just going in between all the members, unfortunately. Ziggs bomb taking out like 70% of the Jace's health.
Oh my goodness.
They're just getting completely ran down, hitting them though with their wallets at this point, and it's looking doomed for Noxus.
Yeah, it looks like CGL used his Oppenheimer chroma for that bomb. Just hitting the epicenter, destroying him. And it looks like first game going to Freljord. Yeah, he looks like he's ready to play. One death from I Hit Bananas with a clean game from him, and
absolutely.
Look at that, GG, well played.
They're looking to insta-kill the way 2K.
Oh no, come on, don't do him like, oh my goodness.
Man.
Had to unload the toad one more time, of course.
Man, way 2K had such a good series, the last series, and they just completely ruined his KDAs in this game. 1-8-6, it was not a good game for Ivern, unfortunately. Can't keep
I got a sneaky
alive.
suspicion we're not gonna see the Ivern in game 2, but that's just me, you know. Yeah. Maybe they have something cooking, maybe a different configuration with them. You know, a lot of different melees can work really well with the Ivern.
Yeah,
I think it's a really good pick right now.
If Noxus picks blue side here, They just put so many bans into Evan. He was forced onto something he doesn't play as much. The Olaf did look good, but
It
I don't
looked
know.
like it got kind of exposed in some of those fights, you know. Olaf is one of those champions where he's really good in the one-on-one exchanges, but the once you put more variables, more champions in his face, uh, it's a lot different because he life steals a good bit when he's low HP, but more damage, you just can't balance it out. And looks
Yeah,
like that's how it played
it's
out.
maybe if his whole entire team was ahead and he had that lead, he could have ran more people down. But the rest of the map was kind of losing. The Senna Tom Kench lane is just really hard to deal with because Senna's just free to leave lane
Oh my
while the Tom
goodness,
Kench
so hard.
just freely farms so safely. You can never die with a champion like that.
I'm so tired of seeing Senna. I hate this champion so much. Oh my goodness, because she is so other AD carries, you know, it's pretty punishing roaming for these neutral objectives, especially for grubs, because other AD carries, you know, they need to farm. Unlike Senna, they can't collect souls where farm is not. You know,
Right.
like Senna, and she's just able to scale pretty well no matter where she is or how she wants to play the macro, and hard to shut it down. Tom Kench with the R, it's just her range and the thing. Oh my goodness, I expect a Cinnabon for this game too.
Yeah, it almost didn't even seem like Senna took over the game. Really, it's such a safe and consistent bot lane that they could play to that with no problem. But the Nocturne Ziggs combo with the Senna also, like you saw the Jace try to actually go aggressive one time onto the Ziggs, and all of a sudden there's a Nocturne and a Senna all on top of you, and you're just dead. It's there's a lot of globals coming out of there. There's some really good coordination and team play from Freljord, so a well deserved win there.
Exactly. Something to note, especially for the side of Freljord, is that in all the kills that I saw Ziggs get, they layered the CC really well. They're really patient with their abilities. You had the fear come in, and then while the fear tether is still happening, you know, you got the root from Senna being shot at, so the root happens right after, and then to the thing and the stun and just so much CC coming from the side of Freljord. I think we'll definitely see a different change of pace and how they put out the bans.
For sure, for sure. It was a pretty good attempt at clawing their way back from Noxus. They were finding some pretty good fights. They were just too far behind on gold, and they just weren't able to claw their way back into this one. All right,
Yeah,
we
for
got the
sure.
next draft link here. Let's see what we got.
We're almost ready for Game 2's draft. Get underway. I make. I eagerly wait to see if they're gonna go with the same ban Evan out strategy. I mean, if it worked, why would you change it up?
Yeah, that was one point I was getting at is if Noxus chooses blue side, they're not getting the counter pick. Maybe you just pick one of Evan's champions in the first rotation and I don't know, leave your next picks for something else. He's just getting targeted. They banned 4 of his champions last time around, and you don't really, not really a reason to save your top lane pick for the second pick phase, I guess. If they're just gonna ban 2 more of his champs. Mordekaiser, Darius ban coming out of Freljord. That's 3 bans towards Evan already.
Wow, the same 3 bans. Poor
Yep.
guy. What I want to watch for right now is if Noxus grabs the Senna themselves. I think she's a great focal point to build
They do.
around, and they do intend to do that. Pick Senna first pick.
Smolder is not banned though. I'm very surprised that Smolder is not banned. I don't see any reason why they would not pick Smolder
They might answer a Smolder, yeah. And a big thing to see is that if Freljord will steal away the Tom Kench, you know, that's one of the most popular pairings with Senna at the moment. Tom Kench, super safe, super reliable. can eat her out of any CC that comes her way and make her unkillable.
Yeah, and there's the Smolder Hover and the lock in for Freljord. If you can't you take away one cancerous bot lane ADC, you get the other one. And honestly, I think Smolder's worse than Senna is at this moment. That's a ticking time bomb for the later team fights right there.
Exactly. Can't itemize against it. It's disgusting. The burn. Oh, they just had to give a champion Elder Burn. Like, okay, sure. But
No, you were
Sejuani
locking
picked.
in the
Wow.
Sejuani, and honestly, I wouldn't even be
That's
that
on
crazy
brand, if you're to
surprised.
say, right?
I wouldn't be
Like,
that surprised if this
for sure.
Kenori on Sejuani support. He's been pulling out some weird
Support.
supports.
Now, something to note is that melee champions speed up the rate at which Sejuani builds up her stun. So she
Yep.
has to get a couple autos in to build up her stun, then she can use her W to stun the champion. But
Oh yeah,
if
it's her
ally
it's her
melee,
E.
the E, yeah, sorry, but
Yeah.
yeah, if allies auto it as well, melee allies, then it helps that as well. And you know, a popular combo we see, I've noticed in like LCK and other things is Yone Sejuani being a thing. So you know, maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah. Like a melee
try some
mid
magic.
laner and melee top, it's like a really good Sejuani moment because you can gank both those lanes significantly easier with the easy stacking E for sure. Oh, and the Trundle counter pick into the Sejuani. It's like one of the most potent counters to Sejuani because she has such a massive amount of armor and MR before her passive breaks off. If you were able to alter like first thing before that passive breaks off, you literally put her in like single digits of armor and MR. It's really broken. Freljord
So
taking
far,
away.
3 picks into the draft. Smolder, Sejuani, Poppy, kind of lacking some damage. I feel like they might need to make up for it in some early game power spike champions rather. Smolder comes online when he gets the stacks. Sejuani just builds full tank primarily, and
Yeah,
same for
the
Poppy. Doesn't have a
Poppy
ton of
safe
tools in the
pickup.
lane phase.
I'm wondering if it's Evan Trundle or if they're gonna be doing way 2K Trundle jungle because I know they both play it. I really want to, yeah. Let's put some bans towards CGL. These champs that can just shit out damage because they definitely are missing a little bit of damage until Smolder gets unbelted on Freljord.
I'd be surprised if they don't ban the
Yeah, how do you not ban Ziggs here?
Ziggs, right? They already have some decent some CC set up already with the Sejuani R, her E, the stun rather, and then Smolder W also is a pretty nasty slow.
Yeah, the problem with banning Ziggs is there's like 15 other just mage caster mid lanes that he can play. I'm pretty sure he plays Hui. Oh, they did ban Hui though, so that's good. Yeah, I would be banning the Ziggs here. That champion took over the last game for sure.
Did the draft break for you? It's stuck on 0 seconds for the Anivia ban for me. Looks like it broke. Everybody else is saying that the website.
Oh, they're saying it's back.
Oh,
Yeah, it's back now.
Oh, okay. A little bit of brain lag from the draft lol server, if you will, but we're back in it. 5th ban from Noxus. 12 seconds to go. Let's see what it is.
Cloud Envy's asking, "What is my hoodie?" It's actually. I got my headphones out so I can't hear, but it's actually the Blue Power Ranger bathrobe.
Oh, looks like we have another.
I had to show up Joe on his fancy suits, so.
Looks like we have Nico with the 5th ban coming from the side of Noxus.
I think
Giving
that's
us
a pretty good ban.
some of that tomfoolery that could happen. I hate Nico. I like to think I'm a good player, and then I like.
Did they just insta
see
lock
that.
the Ziggs here?
Oh my! Wait, did they? I don't think so.
I mean, why wouldn't they? I don't know.
We have the 4th pick from Freljord we're waiting on.
I mean, the Ziggs worked out so well for them last game, and it shit out so much damage. It gives plenty of zone control for the Smolder. We're getting some pings in the chat. Zach is making excuses as to why he's not locking the champ. Evan's gotta refresh his client or his draft.
Riot. Fix the web client that you're not a part of. Looks like we have to restart the draft, unfortunately. But we already have our bands down. It's gonna be really fast.
Yep, everything's gonna be the same up until the last 4 picks here. Yeah, they're remaking the draft LOL because it completely broke for both Evan
Looks like
and
more
Zach.
time to do the Lodal. Figure out what champion of the day.
Yeah, true. They got a little bit more time to think of their last 4 picks, but everything else up to this point is going to be the same.
Now let's get to the most important thing of the evening. Figuring out what that mystery champion is. Oh, just kidding. Wait,
yeah, I'll launch that up once they start.
Oh, okay,
finish this draft here.
Did Noxus ever get a rap, or is that in the books?
Not yet that I know of. Shadow Isles needs to make a rap as well, though. We're saving it for finals. Everything is going to be the same here. So far, I'm really liking Freljord's draft a lot more. I haven't seen the last 2 picks from each team, but Smolder is incredibly overpowered. They do have a Nautilus to point-click CC this guy, and I'm just wondering if they're going to have enough follow-up damage to be able to take him out before he just completely wrecks these late-game team fights.
The main thing I see at the moment is so far we see the top lane picks coming from either sides, and with Trundle, he definitely has more agency over the Poppy when it comes to split pushing, and making sure that if the enemy team goes for something, you're always trading. Oh my goodness, Ivern already coming out of the 4th pick.
They're just keeping this Smolder alive, and I kind of like that a lot, actually. They just need one more damage pick.
Yeah, that is pretty low damage so far from Freljord. They have to come in strong with a pretty powerful damage pick, or else it might be favorable for Noxus, you know, something to capitalize on.
Yeah, this Trundle could be an absolute insane monster in some of these team fights. If he's able to ult to Sejuani with a passive up, he's going to be completely unkillable and run down this team. I don't think even a Smolder can.
Now, the thing I want to look for is if this Trundle opts in for Hullbreaker, goes for more of a split pushing strategy. You know, Poppy doesn't have the best tools to
all right, so this just
push away fast.
It is not a Swain pick, it is a Talia pick. Swain is the pick, not Talia. Volibear is picked up for Noxus. That's going to be way too K's. Noxus.
Sorry, it's Swain, not Talia.
No, it's Talia, not Swain.
Yeah.
Did I say that wrong?
You said it the other way, but...
Okay, yeah, whatever. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
So Swain is Talia.
Yeah, so...
This just in. Hashtag transition.
think Talia is like kind of hidden good at Smolder. If you're able to get the E anywhere near around him, he's not able to W out. It actually insta stuns him if he tries to W inside the E, the rock field of Talia, which is pretty good. The Volibear on Way2K has been insane the last 2 times we've seen it in Booze Bash. I played with it once as well. He's really, really good at that champion. I really like that pick a lot more than his Ivern. They got the Corki for Freljord.
Yeah,
CGL
big scaling pick. If they're able to get to those 2 items, Malignance, and then obviously the Muramana Power Spike, you know, transition from Manamune to Muramana, a ton of attack damage gained. It's a really big spike.
Yeah,
If they can get to that, it's big for them. But
I
a
see
big
this
thing I
as
want to
a-
look for right now is Freljord's kind of lacking in the physical damage department. If Noxus can kind of like you know, maintain the course, not get behind. If they're able to get their items, their core items, and get some defensive items, you know, mainly MR, it's gonna be really hard for Freljord to play this out, I feel.
Yeah, I see it as like a kind of a ticking time bomb because there is no chance that Noxus wins this later into the game, I believe. Unless they really play the team fights well, because Corki and Smolder are going to be absolute monsters later. But I do believe that their early game is going to be severely lacking, and there's a good chance they get completely run over by Volibear and Talia. And you know, if they get a sizable enough lead early on, they can absolutely take over this game. Noxus.
Yeah. My X factor to watch for right now of the game is this Trundle pick. If he goes, you know, more of a split push, kind of just thorn in your side, perma weak side, always making sure that, you know, if they get a favorable fight on the other side, you're always trading. Goes Hull Breaker, Triforce, yada yada. That might spell the end for Freljord, because, you know, even if Poppy matches, you know, gets chomped a couple times before the wave crashes, has his ultimate up for whenever the wave crashes. You know, it could really put Freljord in a tough position, especially if you don't have 2 people hovering over that Trundle. So that's what I want to watch for in this game. See if he can draw some pressure on that weak side.
Yeah, I really do think it's got to be all or nothing early game for Noxus. It is going to be a ticking time bomb for the Smolder and Corki. They're just completely overpowered later in the game, but it is they do have to get there. And there's a good chance. I mean, Volibear is so incredibly strong early game, and Way2K is really good at it. There's a good chance that they get ran over here. They may have put too many eggs into the late game basket for Freljord.
Exactly, you know, the way I see it, Freljord has potentially 2 tier champions. Smolder and Corki going Manamune. Takes time to scale. So if Noxus ever takes any bad trades or dies early game and doesn't have prio for those grubs or that first dragon, really be tough for him. But as it stands, they can ride the wave. You know, they have a really good time in the early game.
All right, we're going back to what people have been waiting for. The LOL Dole. I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, what's the champion of the day? I don't even know yet.
So we started off with a couple of terrible guesses. Let's see if anyone in chat can help. I'm not putting fucking Varus. He's not a melee champion.
Let's go Noxus. I voted for Noxus, so you might get some biased casting for Noxus. Just a warning.
I'm assuming it has to be a jungler because it is partially a top laner. So I'm thinking something I go jungle and top.
In 2009.
2009 is like that's like the actual earliest of champs.
Scion? Jarvan?
Ooh, Jarvan? Is that
Jarvan might be
considered?
it. Because it's not.
I like that. I like Jarvan guess.
It's not a human.
Oh, it's not.
You know?
So it is a jungle and it is a top. So
wait,
it also
it's a
another
partial
role.
human. But wait, was he really 2011? I don't buy that.
It's probably Wait, is Shabana Demacia completely?
I think she's earlier. No, she's like 2010. Wait
It's
a minute.
not?
It might be Udyr. Udyr, that's a really good guess.
Ooh, Udyr.
That's a good guess.
Does that champ do anything other than jungle and top though?
I mean, hey, jungle is orange, top is orange. It fits the bill.
Oh my god, who guessed Udyr?
Wait,
That was
wait.
good guess. Holy shit.
Oh!
Oh, it's a top and a jungle. It had to be specifically both.
Lyra the goat. Easy clap for Lyra.
Well played. Well played.
Oh wait, I already predicted Noxus. I can't unpredict. Oh shit. Alright,
Wow.
well, let's go Noxus. Come on, you got this. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah. So we have the Jimmy Guillaume on Nautilus, man. He's back on his main. Let's see if he can hit the cues.
Alright, we got the next
Follow
thing
up
up here.
with,
This is super
ours.
easy. It's gotta be Nocturne.
Of course, that's in darkness. I don't. What other champion would it be?
That was so easy. The quotes are so easy. I play too much of this game for that.
There's like only one darkness guy.
Alright, this one's another easy one for me. See if the chat can guess it. This is definitely Camille.
Really?
It's Camille's
Oh yeah,
Camille's
yeah.
Q, I'm assuming? Or maybe it's her,
that might
maybe
be
it's her-
that's the W.
Yeah, it might be
It's
her
like a
W.
sweep. It's the same radius. It looks like. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have to guess which one it was, but it was the W. Bonus question W. Yeah. Easy.
Boom. What
Alright,
up?
I think
Solar
we hit-
Renekton only here.
Wow, we're speed running this. Now we have to guess
Alright,
the champion
quick.
on the emoji.
All right, easy.
Blitzcrank, maybe is a robot arm.
Strong set.
It's a robot
Flexes.
arm specifically, though. I'm thinking that's Blitz.
Is that like a cyborg thing? Maybe.
Oh, it's
He
Vi.
does like power
It's
fist.
Vi.
Oh yeah, the pink carrot sells it.
Yeah, robot arm thing plus pink hair. Is that literally just a
Splash?
Vi icon? What the fuck?
Yeah, right. That's like actually her.
It's Vi
Wait a
emoji.
minute.
They should just started with that one.
Huh? We got one more to go. Splash art.
All right, this one is by far the hardest for me. I can never.
They
get
give you
these.
they give you like a little pixel. It's not fair.
Yeah, that's Nico. Am I
That
right?
is Nico. I think it is, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
those are
thing.
base skin. The base skins are easy. When they start throwing in skins, though, it's like, what the fuck?
I hate how easy that was.
What splash is this? It's default.
Default, yeah. Also, that's like the easiest question ever because you already have the answer in your face.
Wait, there's a Pokemon version of this? I did not
Wait.
know that.
Have you heard of the Bazingle?
No.
The Big Bang Theory version? It's a good one.
Is this it? Bazingle Inc.
BAZ. That might change your results. Yeah, INGLA. Yeah.
How to play. Guess
Yeah,
the word
there
in
you go.
8 tries. After each guess the color of the tiles. Oh no, I'm not good at this. Chat help.
Don't worry, it's really easy.
What do? I guess letters?
I get it like first try every time. Yeah, you just pick letters and if the letter is in the word but not in the correct position, in the correct orientation, it'll be yellow. But if it's in the correct orientation, it'll be green.
Oh, we're running out of time. Let me just guess.
Nah.
Anything. Oh, you have to actually put a word? I was just random letters. Alright, well, game is starting, so no more fun for us.
It's Moj. Alright, time to speed it up. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11, 12. Nice.
Cool. Alright, so we got some pings coming out already. Looks like some invade action is looking to happen. Yeah, looks like wait, who pinged that? Let me see the chat up.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah. I hit bananas positioning aggressively. Gets the board
Yeah.
already.
Like I said, the Kanori Sejuani support, I've seen him pull it out before. It's kind of scary, actually.
I believe it. Wait, Kanori went PTA. All right, that's crazy.
Correct.
Correct, indeed.
I'll leave you the scraps.
Is that the true counter to Nautilus? I wonder. So, looking at the jungles right now, looks like we have both jungles starting their bot lane again, or the bot side rather. Gonna path towards that top side.
Yeah, it's gonna be actually
Last
a
game didn't have a
surprising
ton of
amount of
action,
damage.
but you never know.
How do you
And also with Ivern, he paths weirdly, so
like, if
maybe
you're ever
not,
able to
maybe
get
paths
the Sejuani stun off, like absolutely guaranteed press the attack, and that's gonna be a surprising amount of damage with Ignite on top of it.
I dig it.
The Nautilus actually went TP, which I kind of like. I don't know. I mean, all you gotta do is survive in this lane here.
Yeah. The thing I want to look for is for Guillaume to use his abilities aggressively, especially if TP in that bot lane. You know, your main thing is maintaining tempo and having high amount of resources. So if you're able to like shove in the first 3 waves with spamming abilities, you're out of mana, you reset with TP, you still able to maintain that tempo. That could be a big swing for Noxus. So, you know, so far so good. He is pretty darn aggressive. Gets the flash from Zac, and hooks onto Kanori. Gets the heal as well. Really good for Noxus. Great trading.
They get that level 2 power spike, and they punish him.
Looking at top so far, Cup of Joe getting the better of some of the early trades. Ooh, Nazgul getting hit by the first part of the Q, misses the second part of the Poppy Q.
Yeah, a little bit of an over commit from the Poppy does take a pretty sizable trade back, but Trundle is very low. He does have a lot of sustain in his kit with the W and killing minions.
It just passed away, but I think Noxus lost that can 07 to the cannons up there. Moment of silence. But, moving on, we looks like Ivern taking the red. Oh, potentially a gank from the side of Noxus onto Poppy. Volibear I think second. He does not go for the gank.
Poppy a little too healthy there, and Ivern could be close. And
Popping, closing in on the Volibear. Ibanina's flashing in on the Volibear. Does he land the Q?
Imagine getting
Poppy
invaded by an Ivern.
2K has to flash away,
oh, they
but
forced
a kill
me to flash
Kanori.
They were actually able to kill the Nautilus in the bot lane during that whole skirmish.
Kanori flashes out last second, doesn't
Holy
die.
shit, there's so much action going on both
gets
sides of the map.
And opening up bananas. Oh my goodness.
Trundle's just beating away at him, flashes from everywhere.
Holy crap. We need an instant replay for this one.
I don't know if I have enough time to do that. I'll try.
Oh my.
Alright, so the...
Best first.
So yeah, they forced the flash out of the Volibear here. Then there is there's a whole bunch of shit going on bot, but looks like Ivern's actually trying to steal the blue. Trundle does come down to intercept this. Puts a lot of damage on the Cup of Joe, forces a flash out. Talia's forced to flash away from the Corki there, and everyone gets away with their life. Fast forward, hopefully I don't miss anything exciting.
Nothing happened. Looks like Wait 2K tried to go for a gank on Cup of Joe, but the angle was not there. Nazgul shoving in a pretty big wave, or slow pushing rather. Gets the pillar, maybe a good trade. Trades, and Ivern out there, gets the crash, gets a pretty good reset.
Yeah, I've been finding himself a little bit of a CS lead, but Cup of Joe's going to be able to pick that back up on this wave here. This is a good recall timer for Nazgul, but he decides to actually help Way 2K on the early grub spawn here. It is being pinged from Freljord.
Hooked onto Smolder. Wow. Good answer from Kanori. Gets the stun, gets the follow-up damage on Jimmy Guilherme, and overall favorable trade for Freljord to the bot lane.
Yeah, this is the power of that press the attack Sejuani doing way more damage than you would expect. You hook the Smolder, you may be just killing yourself in the process.
And, looking so far at some of the CS happening right now, Nautilus has an 8 CS gap over Zac at the moment on the Smolder. pretty interesting to see, you know, range into or melee into range rather. Oh,
Huge amount of damage coming onto the Sejuani.
my
They
goodness.
are able to take him out. Nautilus does get the kill.
Wow. Sejuani not able to land the Q knockback. Actually, making contact with the Q, gets punished by the hook and kill for over the Noxus.
Yeah, and this is a farming Nautilus, and like you said, he's actually even up on CS over Zach. So getting a kill onto your tank 80 carry, whatever, is not the worst situation at all.
And I'm looking at the rest of the map. King Nazgul
Nazgul
looking
just
pretty
holding his freeze
nice
here.
up top, you know.
He's getting a
Has
sizable
more minions
CS
on the
lead.
lane. Has a exactly, you know, big CS lead.
Oh, he's
Hard
got
for
the
Kabuja to
6.
trade.
Nazgul does have the ult, so if Poppy tries to overextend there, it's not going to look good for her at all. She's able, little tech if you're playing against Poppy with Trundle. If she presses W, she gets armor and MR, so if you alter during the W, you get a little boost to your resistance steals. Yeah, she gets...
Also, it is increased when she's lower health, so another thing to keep in mind as the Trundle player.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, the bonus is doubled when she's below 40%. That's a really good point.
So, overall, decent trading by Cuppa Joe, to be honest. I feel like this would be Trundle favored, but he's making really good good use out of rotating his range auto on his passive off cooldown. But again, coming on bot lane, Hyatt Bananas has a good position on Noxus bot lane. Elo gets chunked, dies, but Kenori's low, heals up with his own heal, summoner spell, walks away.
Again,
And,
a massive play coming out of
man.
Freljord's bot lane. Doesn't matter the lead that Nazgul is getting in the top lane CS. The Bananas just ganking Zach here and getting another lead for Freljord's bot lane. You don't really want to see Smolder getting ahead.
You really hate to see it, you know. Even though the Senna isn't the one that normally farms, you know, experience is a huge thing, especially for powering up your first 9 levels, I'd say, or so. So missing that whole wave and a half, you know, is actually pretty big despite her not farming.
Yeah, and when you're doing the non-farming Senna, missing a whole wave of souls feels just as bad. It's like, oh man. Trundle kind of getting his ass beat by these shield buckler throws.
Oh my gosh.
Looking at the
Kabuto doing a great job to rotate his grass procs, making good use of that.
Yeah, he's used the grass procs 13 times.
Oh. He also has Flash Up coming up very soon. He might look for an angle, but Valder is hovering, so there's something to watch for.
Yeah, getting a sizable amount of plates back on Noxus' side here. It's one auto off from getting a third plate. Oh, Nazgul putting down the pillar, but Way2K is just not quite in position yet to capitalize on that. They do have 3 grubs on Noxus' side. Grubs are spawning soon, and Ivern is looking bot again, so this could be 6 grubs going over to Noxus. Ult coming down from Smolder, hitting nothing. Both the Noxus' bot lane able to get out safely, and that's gonna be free grubs going over to Noxus. And Nazgul is going full aggro here, gets ulted out by Poppy. That's a really good counter to the Trundle all in.
It's a double, and looks like members of Freljord get on base. Enough distance from the ball from Trundle, and he's ready to turn it over to Grubs, and Way2K says, "Get out of here, man. You ain't nothing."
Yeah, they at least got the 5 grubs there. That you might want to just take that and leave it. Nazgul's not really in position to fight. Double G does come up here.
Coming in from
the TP from the ADC Nautilus.
Wow.
Huge. They did not expect the Nautilus to show up there, getting the pull onto the Poppy. And
that might change the ties of battle. It looks like that last grub going over the side of Noxus. Pretty good play.
Yeah, that was a really good rotate. I feel like they've learned their lesson from the first game and actually rotated somebody up here for the second spawn of grubs, and it paid out for them big time.
That's what you love to see. The proactive TPs, you know. It's never a great thing whenever you see like reactive TPs, like, oh no, somebody died, I have to TP to the wave to catch it. He's TPing in on the angle for the fight. You'll just see it.
Yeah,
And so far, King Nazgul.
On the other end of that,
nursing,
Smolder did
CS
get a little bit of free time in the bot lane, but he wasn't even able to get a plate out of it, and it does look like Senna's going to be able to get there for the XP. Taking a long way. Maybe looking to set up a kill onto Smolder here, but Ivern is close enough to help here.
Looks like Cup of Joe did freeze the top wave, trying to establish a mental gap in the top lane. Makes sense.
Nothing feels worse in top lane than having a freeze,
Oh
especially in competitive play.
Yeah, if you're a bot laner, at least you have a jungler that actually plays towards your side. Top lane, the permanent island.
Yeah, Cup of Joe completely caught up in CS, even getting the lead in the CS here now. Rundle trying to trade with Poppy here takes a massively bad trade.
Oh my goodness, eats the buckler with the grass proc as well. Pretty good damage with Poppy. He has to back up a bit.
Yeah, that buckler with grass procs is just so brutal. They add up so quickly.
Yeah, until Trundle can get that first item, it's just getting better and better for Poppy. Ninja Tabby a huge buy against the Trundle because he's all auto attacks, and despite stealing AD, that percentage damage reduction of autos, that's huge.
Yeah, Poppy does most of her damage. You don't really need AD to be doing damage to Trundle, to the percent HP and all that.
Good trading from the mid lanes, hitting each other.
Oh, Nautilus all goes down on the Smolder, but there's nobody there really to follow up in. Freljord is there waiting for the counter gank. Does get the stun onto the Volibear, forces his ult out. The Sejuani ult follows, but he's able to flash out.
Flashes away.
Senna ult coming down on the 3 members, and they don't see the
They
Talia in the back.
So they don't see it. Oh, he misses the knock-up.
Freljord does have a TP coming in.
Freljord.
With package, doesn't hit anyone with a package, but gets in a great position to take out the Senna. Trundle is going full.
Frisky.
Oh, Nazgul took the fight. He wasn't able to win, and that is a win on both ends for Freljord. Great TP and package from CGL's Corki there to decide this bot lane fight. Oh, they get a great pull onto the Smolder. He's not actually
he's not at range though.
Oh no. Oh, he's dodging all the rockets.
No. Oh, dodge it. You can't dodge the point and click. Riot, please.
It was a good attempt from the Nautilus, but just not able to withstand the amount of pull.
Oh man.
Zach is off to the races on this Smolder 3-0-2, and he's got 106 stacks at 13 minutes. He's on great pace for super OP Smolder status.
And so far, it's looking great for Noxus. You know, it looks like they're only saving grace as it stands that mid lane. You know, it hasn't died yet. Has a pretty solid CS per minute still. Really close to that first item. If he gets 2 items with the tier item, he really spikes. So if they can shut him down, it's gonna be really tough for Noxus. Gets the opener on Kanori, he walks away. And maybe a potential
Ivern
gank
looking
on the
for a
top
gank onto
lane.
the... Yeah, Ivern looking for a great gank onto the Trundle here. He's not able to withstand the amount of CC Daisy provides.
Can we just talk about how OP Daisy is? Like...
Looking a lot more OP this game when Ivern's team has actually had Smolder ults coming down onto 3 members. Picking up the kill onto the Volibear. Talia does take out this Kanori Sejuani support, forcing Freljord back.
Nautilus isn't the done. Q.
He misses the Q but hits the wall and gets the auto attack onto Corki, but maybe he didn't want it. Corki is able to pick up the kill onto Leah.
Holy moly.
Zach is chasing him down. The Nautilus has no chance to survive the amount of damage and slow that chase down that this Zach
peppers him down with Qs, gets the kill.
Oh man, another attempt from Noxus, but it just fell short.
Oh, that's so bad for Noxus. While they won the fight, the Ivern wasn't even there. He was doing Herald the entire time. It's a double whammy.
Oh,
and
no.
that's a big tempo swing. Another kill for him. And oh man, this is a tough spot to be in if you're Noxus.
Man, I can't believe they let this Smolder go through. Trundle putting a pillar down on the Poppy, but kind of losing the trade, just trying to chase her down. 2 Qs, takes out almost half of his health. They get the Herald going mid here. doing a little bit of damage, but they don't really need to stay. Oh, Trundle ulting onto the Poppy, going full troll mode onto her here.
Wow, very smart. Ease towards the minion to escape from him, get away from his zone of
Cup
control.
of Joe!
Oh my god, Cup of Joe. Holy crap.
Getting
He
the
must have put
flash
some
alt Q.
cocaine in his Cup of Joe this morning. He's playing like a madman.
Yeah, she must have played this Trundle matchup a number of times because she's playing it really well, just staying out of his effective range and taking the short bursty trades. Trundle's not really able to do anything, not able to get on her, and even when he does, she just walks away and cues him as he chases. It's gotta be miserable forever.
Cloud Envy, you can't say that. Yeah, you know, it's just a really tough time if you're a Trundle right now. Triforce is not the best of items, in my opinion, especially when you're behind. When you're behind, I feel like health is pretty good. Percentage pin, I feel like, is really nice for just anything that scales a bit later. But either way, if you play around his Zol, or if you can play around his R, it might be okay. But a lot of poke going on to him. Benton, CGL playing that really well. Dodges the Q.
Yeah, CGL's got the Manamune and the what is that thing called? Malignance. Those are like the two core items on Corki nowadays, and once you have those two, your missiles are actually starting to do quite a bit of damage.
Wow, Cup of Joe getting some great trades and shoves the Trundle away. It's really huge. And looks like Freljord sieging with the bot wave.
Massive amounts of CC coming in from
Oh,
Freljord,
my
and
goodness.
Nanos is not even able to move and just dies to the amount of damage coming out of the back end.
Gotta love, I hate Bananas with the aggressive redemption to try to secure the kill. 10% true damage, max HP.
There's a TP coming in from
Nazgul.
Trundle. He gets a pillar onto 3 members.
The counter TP from Joe.
Returning onto the
Able to
Sejuani.
neutralize it.
Sejuani's able to flash away from the Talia W.
Good slam.
The counter engage coming out of Freljord is too strong. They're able to pick up the Volibear, but Sejuani does go down in return. There's
Another
a TP
TP
coming up
oh,
behind.
Wyoming, he's feeling spicy. Gets the R off. Does he have any follow up?
Oh no, Nautilus R's the Corki.
Oh no.
But it doesn't matter.
It looks like a wad.
Oh no, it's looking so doomed.
Oh no. Oh man, you just hate to see it. 3 people on the side of Freljord haven't died yet. They're gonna get that second tower. Potentially Drake afterwards. And oh my goodness, looks like a GG coming out of surrender. And that's gonna be a 2-0 for Freljord. GG, well played.
Yeah, Evan wants to go to bed. He's not feeling good with the COVIDs right now. Or
Man,
whatever he's
MJ
got.
game 6 with the flu. Well, just craziness.
Yeah, it was never gonna get easier. The Corki and the Smolder were going to scale to oblivion, and no matter how much CC you put onto them, you just don't have enough damage to get through the Iron Shield and the CC and the peel coming from Poppy. Oh man.
Yeah, it was just became quite the huge snowball. Could never stop. You know, it would just crush a man to death if you tried to stop it yourself. So
Yeah, I mean,
steamrolled it really well. They played jungle pathed, or rather, the team played really well as far as where the jungle passed towards, and able to get waves in a good position, rotate to all those neutrals, you know, get picks in the meantime. They played it really well.
yeah, Freljord looking really strong, playing well together.
Looking in form.
Well, we could get some captains in here. I know you're not feeling well, Evan, but you're welcome to join and say a couple words.
Get a post-game press conference.
Anybody wants to join, absolutely feel free. We got the MVP vote in the chat. Try to end this prediction if I can figure that out.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Zach?
GG, Mr. Zach. We'll play it on the Smolder.
Go Smolder.
Go Smolder. The champion should not have been allowed through.
You don't like him?
I don't like that you were allowed to play it. It's just like a free win if it goes past 25 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah.
So question for you, Zach. the Sejuani support, we don't see that very often, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Was it more of just like on the fly, like uh spurt of brilliance, you know, during the draft itself, or was it premeditated?
I think we played it before. I don't know if we played it in a tournament match, but Inori likes it, and he was like, it was his counter pick to the Senna Nautilus for some reason, so we were just going with it.
I
I don't
dig
see
it.
how it counters Senna
Yeah.
Nautilus, but
Yeah,
it worked
If
out.
can't question Kanori
if
on this
Sejuani
crazy pick.
can dictate whether or not if they engage first, she doesn't get hit by the Senna, maintains that passive for the engage, a ton of
Mhm.
value. I definitely see the angle, and a PTA assisting the damage for your AD carry, not nonetheless you know.
They
Like
had to talk
actually
me
though,
down from playing
that's a good
Yasuo.
idea. Like I gotta expand I gotta add some more wrinkles to my brain for that one.
They had to talk me down because I was like, "Oh, dude, what if I played Yasuo to give you another
Yo,
melee
that's what I was
for the
that's what I was
Sejuani?"
No,
talking about
I
draft, like
had to do this.
melees. Yeah,
Oh
because like the
no.
thing I've seen in like LCK, LPL over the years is that like Sejuani Yone is a really big thing, you know.
Yeah, I
So
thought about Yone too, but my team probably saved me from running it down in that game by picking Yasuo. So
Yeah, the first game you guys were sizably ahead, and not
we started
I got to
struggling.
give it to Noxus. Yeah, they were putting up some pretty good fights for how far behind they were, and I definitely saw
They did, yeah.
the Penta int.
The
I
Penta
respect
int,
that.
yeah. Just like we
Absolutely.
did last tournament.
You had to go for
we
it for sure.
I'm so sad we didn't get that Penta.
And then the second
So
game,
was
I
Grant.
was a little afraid for your guys because your team was looking like very weak early.
Yeah.
But it definitely looked like a ticking time bomb of you're just gonna win no matter what if it goes past a certain point. But
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Smolder right now. Like, if they don't ban him, if you don't gain a meaningful game-ending advantage by 22 minutes, I just win.
yeah,
Pretty much, as long as I
absolutely.
don't
And
troll.
you actually ended up getting pretty sizable lead early on
We just
as a Smolder too,
Yeah.
which makes it even more depressing.
Although I don't even think the game. Oh, the game ended at 18 minutes. So I was gonna say I didn't have 225 yet, but that's because it was only 18.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, my biggest worry of that game was looking at the comps. You know, your team lacks a little bit of the physical damage, so if you'd ever get behind, I was kind of worried for you guys' team composition as far as balancing the magic and the physical damage. But it turns
Yeah.
out, you know, you guys played it safe early, got to your items, and played really well around it.
In game 1, the physical magic damage, you mean, or was it game 2?
Game 2 with the
Game
Corki
2. Oh yeah,
Poppy Ivern top side and the Smolder. Yes.
Corki does mostly magic damage,
Hmm.
so I think it was okay. But I see what you're saying.
yeah, the Evan was putting up quite the performance in the first game. The second game,
Yeah.
he definitely felt bad for him. He was doing okay early on, and then all of a sudden, Cup of Joe just
Joe bounced back.
he
First
played it
game
really
started
well.
out a little tough, but yeah, he had a really good. Like, he was really good in the fights in the first game.
Yeah, he was
And
definitely
then-
getting his ass beat against the Olaf, but you guys
He
were
definitely
winning
showed
on
his
the other
pedigree.
side. You guys were winning
Showed
on
his
the other
pedigree in
side
that
of the
game too.
map for sure.
I mean, he's a trooper because we rarely use draft resources to. Oh, I guess we did ban top 3 times in the first rotation both
Yeah, you
games.
guys
but-
banned like every
Never mind.
game.
But we don't like spend a lot of jungle resources top in game usually. Or at least we
that
didn't
worked
this
out really
time.
well. He played really, you know, smart. Really, you know, played towards the attrition aspect of his lane without any help, and
yeah, I think
you know, was that pillar you guys needed. So
I think
well
I
played to
hate
you guys.
bananas played out of his mind like jungle wise. Just
He was everywhere, dude.
he definitely got you guys quite a bit
He
of
was
a
a
lead
blanket.
in both those games, and
That's my goat right there. I've never lost a booze bash with him on my team.
till this booze bash.
I think you might hate Freljord or sorry, Noxus more than bananas after
Well,
that game.
technically, I lost Booze Bash 2 with him on my team, but we don't consider anything before Booze Bash 4 because that was before we did the 2 brackets. So that's like the dark days. Nothing counts, you know.
The Dark Ages.
Yeah, the only thing that
Yeah.
actually matters in
The
Booze
Flex
Bash was the
QMMR.
arcane bracket, so I don't count anything other than arcane
We love the arcane bracket.
because that's the only one I've won.
That's the only one that exists.
No, you guys played really well. Your team looks very coordinated and you know, a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, I was nervous about this game because Noxus was the team that gave us the most struggle before.
So it's gonna
Yeah.
be what are the next what's playoffs look like now? Like how does it play out?
You guys play Ionia, and the loser is eliminated, and then we play Piltover, and
And
the
that's
winner of that goes to finals.
against whoever wins against.
And then Noxus plays the winner of you versus Ionia,
Oh, okay.
and then the winner of
So
that
they
plays
play against
Piltover.
us. So that's good.
Yeah, there's a bracket in the announcements page that I pinned that basically breaks it down.
Yeah, I
But
should
yeah,
check that out sometime because
it's a full double elimination bracket, so the bracket for playoffs is just as long as the round robin.
How do you
5
guys
weeks.
how you guys feeling against your next matchup? It's gonna be
Piltover.
Piltover. They're looking a lot stronger than they did at the beginning of the season, I think.
I feel fine. I mean, they've beaten everybody that isn't us, and we lost a game to them, but I mean we lost a game to Noxus too. I'm not really worried about it.
Forest
I
Fire
just
says
picked Ezreal
Piltover.
twice and got like 30 kills. So
Forest Fire says Piltover is the easiest series of his life.
yeah, I think we just have the best drafting ability of all the teams, and people can't draft against us.
Yeah, Kanori looks like he has quite the bag, you know. Just picks everywhere, picks galore. And I think the real catalyst to a great team is support. You know, look at, T1, look at
Mhm.
Jin G. I'd say the highlights of their team at them as it stands right now is their supports. You know, you could argue Carey is the best player in the world. You know, Lehen's right behind him, just beat him in a series 2-0. Like, supports have so much influence in the current game and the current season right now that
Yeah,
you know, that might be the most impactful player now. You know, mid lane, be
jungle
going.
support. I think one of those.
Well,
And the best part about our support is he's an 80 carry main, so he's actually got hands.
thank you for
That's
the
great. You
great
know,
games.
with Senna being meta, that's just what you want to hear.
Yeah. Although
Also,
if we pick
Thanks
Senna,
again
it's
for the
usually gonna
games.
win
Thanks
me.
for coming by and
Yeah.
get a little post game rumble ramble.
I hope you guys had fun
Have you?
watching.
yeah, it was a
Great.
good series. Noxus definitely put up a fight. Second game looked a little less winnable, unfortunately, but I know Evan's feeling really under the weather right now, and that's
Oh,
probably
really?
the only reason you guys
Yeah, CGL he literally like just got off a plane from like a 2-hour time zone difference. He's exhausted. So
won.
Yeah, it feels good, guys. You guys were cooked.
yeah.
Over.
Kind of like how we only lost the finals last tournament because you were sick, Jordan.
Exactly. It's just
Mhm.
They needed
That's
the
the only
handicap,
reason.
so
it's
you're
all part
welcome.
of the Booze Bash script that I don't get to write. So
Yeah. Unrelated. Can you guys lose so I don't have to play against Lazy Boy again?
no,
Lazy Boy looks like a night terror from the games I watched.
we lost on
Yeah.
purpose. We want to do the full
Get all the practice.
loser bracket run through.
I mean, my team hadn't played a match in over 2 weeks before today, so because we had a bye in the round robin in week 5, and then we had a week 1 bye in the playoffs. So
Yeah, not as bad as the
last
Booze Bash
tournament,
before this, where we had over a month break. So.
a literal full month in between our matches.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
terrible.
awesome.
But at the end, it's bitches Freljord. We are,
I might make another song. I might have to give the people what they want.
Yeah,
the people do want it, and I'm definitely one of the people. So
But can I live up to it? Is my main question. Like, do I have
No,
another one in me?
you have to retire now.
Maybe.
But
I might.
well,
on
good
your
games.
vulture shit,
Yeah, I want to make a track for if we make it anywhere close to finals.
Oh yeah.
If we make it to finals, obviously we make one.
Let's make
I want
one
to be a
together.
part. I want to have a verse or something. That'd be epic. Just get some collabs going from
Little
Boost Bash.
features.
For sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you
fellas.
guys.
Going on.
Great games. I think we'll call it here.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Blue Power Ranger out.
Frosty.